I'm Chef Noah Schwartz of Noah's Restaurant in Greenport, New York, out here on the North Fork of Long Island. We have been here for 10 years. We opened up in 2010 and we serve new American, seafood-inspired small plates with awesome raw bar selections. We source as much local produce and seafood from our local farmers, baymen and fishermen as possible. I think it's different when you go to a farm stand because you're getting product that's picked within a day of when you get there, and the supply chain that makes its way to the supermarket shelves sometimes spends a week in transit and maybe a week in a cooler before it ends up being on the shelf, and you're just not going to get the same flavor, quality, or freshness out of a store-bought vegetable or fruit that you'd get from a farm stand. Our favorite things to get in the fall are definitely the apples, the pears, the squashes, the garlic, but then we still love to utilize the end of the season, the corn and the tomatoes that are phasing out because we're not going to see them again until next year. When I go to the farm stands, I definitely am looking for something that I have on my menu. I'm on a mission to get what we need for the restaurant, but when I'm there and I see something that I get inspired by, it's how we create our daily specials. So because I went to the farm stand to pick up a case of squash because we might have on a roasted squash risotto, but I find that they still have zucchinis or a little bit of summer squash or something that's on its way out of season, we might get the rest of that and utilize it while we still can. Some other things to look for in the fall, if you can find them at the local farm stands, are some late season watermelons that's still getting harvested, and even some of the summer melons that hang on through the end of the season. It's totally respectable to inquire and ask questions when shopping at farm stands. Most of the people who are working there have been trained about the product and where it comes from, and I think are happy to answer those questions and educate the customer. I work with a farmer out in Orient that doesn't really have a farm stand. He's like a wholesale grower, mostly for Whole Foods, but because we're friends, he usually will stop here on his way up island and let me get like a pick of whatever I want right out of the farm. I think that's really what we're all about here at Noah's, being part of the community and sourcing and serving local.